What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to Blazers Uprise live here on a Wednesday. We decided to stream today instead of tomorrow, as there's 11 games for picks against the spread today. That should be a lot of fun to participate in, compared to 2 games tomorrow. We had 2 games on Monday as well, so didn't want a light week. Wanted a week where we could pick some games, and finally, we got Eric here for a Blazers Uprise live stream. It's the first one in a couple, so looking forward to having my injury reporter back on the scene. Eric, how's it going, man?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Busy as ever, but ready to kind of relax, pick some games, and looking forward to picks against the spread. So let's just jump straight into it. Eric, it was a good day for me on Monday compared to the rest of the field because we went a collective 4-32. And 2 of those...
Trevor and I combined for the other 2.
Yeah. I accidentally gave Steven 2 N's on his name. Oh, well. Yeah, Eric and Trevin got a win because you guys took the Pelicans. I took the Pacers. I had an island, so I doubled down on it, and it ended up working out well for me. So basically, the majority of people took both the favorites, and both the favorites did not come through. And if you remember at the start of the season, the record for favorites was favorable. But lately, we've started to struggle because the favorites have started to not come through. We are 299 and 349 on picking favorites. That's 50 games below 500. On picking underdogs, we are 43 games above 500. And that's not counting double down. That's just pure record. If you look at chat, they're 19-10 when they pick the underdog. But the problem is they pick the favorite 68% of the time. Collectively, we pick the favorite 61% of the time. The favorite was doing well to start the season, so we're doing well. Now, they're starting to struggle, so we collectively are starting to struggle.
Yep. I'm just glad I'm above 500. Let's go.
Yeah, me and you sitting there 5th place tied. Chat, you guys are still number 1, but Arrow's catching up to you, and I'm catching up to you. I gained 2 games on you guys, so hopefully you guys can go like 0 for 12 today because we got 11 games. Shout out to the people that got a win on Wednesday or on Monday.
I warned people in chat that we had the Kings Pelicans already twice, and both times the Pelicans had whooped them.
Well, we'll see if chat can get things back on track today. Lots of opportunities too. First game we got is...
Zach Smatty doesn't have an 11th place by his name because he's not tied with some... Oh, you do on that graphic. There you go. There you go, Zach. Yeah, it just wasn't on the other one.
Fine. You don't get no 11th places. Anyway, Cleveland hosting Orlando. We already got 3 of our picks in here that were sent to me before to try and speed this thing up. We got Cleveland as a 4.5-point favorite, meaning that Cleveland, to be the right pick, has to win by 5 or more. If they win by 4 or less, or Orlando wins, Orlando is the right pick. Orlando is the underdog in this one. Eric, what are the injuries?
All right, so for Orlando, they have Jonathan Isaac, Markelle Fultz, and Wendell Carter Jr. out. For the Cavs, they have Karis LeVert, Ty Jerome, and Ricky Rubio out.
I didn't realize this until I made the graphic. The Magic are 14-6. Yeah. 14-6, Eric.
They're flying.
My Eastern Conference Cinderella, sleeper, whatever you want to call it. That's who I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with the Magic. Aeromancer sent his picks in. I didn't plug them in. We got...
Every one of these games is the consolation setup game by the NBA. Yeah.
Yeah. Arrow Magic for Zach, Connor, Jackson, and Chase.
Cavaliers have been terrible. Wait, the Cavs are favored by 4.5?
That's what I saw. That's what I saw. I will double check because, yeah, it does seem a bit weird, but...
Dang, what does Vegas know?
Yeah, the Cavs are favored by 4.5, man. I was gonna say, because you know how you can tell I got it right is if like the money line kind of matches up with the spread as well.
For sure.
It is surprising.
I
For
thought
sure.
for sure the Magic would be catching points here. Yeah, so I'll just take the points then, I guess.
All right, Eric's going points. Trevin's going Cavs. Chat is going with the Orlando Magic. So we got Trevin Crushables 503 going Cavs. Everybody else is going with the underdog Orlando Magic. Game number 2. You got the Detroit Pistons hosting the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies are 2-point road favorites.
All right, so Memphis is still without John Morant, Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, Jake LaRavia, Brandon Clark, and Steven Adams. For Detroit, they are without Joe Harris and Monte Morris.
But Bojan Bogdanovic is back.
Yes. And Duran's been in and out of the lineup. He is playing.
This game is ugly. I'm going to go with the Pistons. Trevin is Grizzlies. Arrow went Grizzlies. Arrow, if you're in chat and just want to make your picks in chat, let me know. We got Pistons for Jackson. Memphis for Zach.
I'm going to take Pistons.
Aren't they on like a 14-game losing streak?
I think it's 16.
Yeah, but they got Bogdanovic back and Duran's playing,
Or no,
and they're playing the
17.
Grizzlies at home.
If they're 2-18, I believe they were 2-1 at one point.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild stuff. So Chase going Grizzlies, Connor going Grizzlies. And chat is going with the Pistons. We're rolling with the Pistons with chat, so we got a good old-fashioned split vote on this one. Game number 3, you got the Washington Wizards hosting the Philadelphia 76ers, who come in as 10.5-point road favorites.
All right. In this one, we got no one injured for the Philadelphia 76ers because DeAnthony Melton was listed but is playing. For the Wizards, they're without Landry Shamet, Johnny Davis, DeLon Wright, and Ryan Rollins.
Alrighty. I'm going to go with the Sixers. Yeah, I'm going with the Sixers.
So high.
Sixers for Chase and Trevin.
I'm going to go Sixers as well. Wizards for Connor and Jackson. They're joining Crushables and taking the points.
Yeah, so the Wizards are 3-4 on picks against the spread days in terms of picks, not in terms of record, in terms of like picks against the spread. Sixers are 3-1. I just don't think Washington has anyone to slow down Embiid at all.
I want to say these two teams played before on a picks day, and it was a high spread like this, and Philly covered.
Arrow went Sixers, and what'd Zach go?
Zach is not picked yet.
Chat went Sixers. Zach went...
Was.
Yeah. Okay.
It went was.
Washington.
No, was.
All right. So Jackson, Connor, Zach, Crushables, Wizards, everybody else, Sixers. Game number 4, we got the Atlanta Hawks hosting the Brooklyn Nets. Atlanta is a 3.5-point home favorite.
All right. He says, was Hankton. Brooklyn is without Lonnie Walker and Ben Simmons. Atlanta is without Jalen Johnson, Kobe Buffkin, and Muhammad B.
Alrighty. Lonnie Walker is actually a big loss for the Nets, but I'm going to roll with them anyway.
Well, Jalen Johnson's a big loss for the Hawks.
Yeah, it is. Hawks for Trevin. Arrow went with the Nets.
I'm going to take the Nets as well.
Eric went Nets.
Chase is taking Nets. Connor Nets. Trevin Jackson Hawks.
Cool, and then we just need Zachariah. And chat is going with Nets, 53% of the vote.
Zach should vote for bro.
Isn't it Bacon? BKN Bacon? Zach Nets.
You
all right.
Could have said bro. Bro Oakland.
Trevin Jackson, 5-3 Steven with the Hawks. Everybody else, Nets. Game numero 5. Minnesota's hosting San Antonio. Minnesota is 12-point home favorites.
Yeah, latest news is that Anthony Edwards is playing, but not playing is Jaden McDaniels, Jordan McLaughlin, and Jalen Clark. For the Hornets, we have...
The Spurs.
Or Spurs, sorry. We have Vassell and Collins on the injury report, but both look like they're going to play. So both available last update.
All right.
So no one out.
Arrow goes Timberwolves. I'm going to go Spurs. They have the size to match up with Minnesota. I feel like this might be a little bit of a trap game. Wemby's going to be inspired going against Gobert. Jackson is Spurs. Zach is Spurs.
I'm going Spurs as well. 12's a lot of points.
Spurs for Jackson. Chase is Zach. Okay, Zach. And then Chase. And then it was Timberwolves for Trevin and Connor.
Chase says Wemby's cooking Gogurt. You don't really
I don't know if you cook Gogurt. Yeah. Yeah, so Timberwolves have to win by 13 points or more for them to be the right pick. Chat thinks they will win by 13 or more. All right. Next game, game 6. We got the Toronto Raptors hosting the Miami Heat. Toronto's 4-point favorites. So for them to be the right pick, they have to win by 5 or more. Otherwise, the Heat is what you want to go with. Eric, injuries for this game.
Bam Adebayo out. Haywood Highsmith, Tyler Hero, RJ Hampton, Drew Smith all out. For the Raptors, only Christian Koloko out.
I'm just going to take the points. Arrow's going Heat as well. Trevin is Heat.
I'm going to go Raptors.
Eric is going with the home team, Toronto Raptors. We got Raptors for Chase and Jackson. And Zach. Chat is going with the Raptors, 53% of the vote. And Connor says he likes the colors of this graphic of the Raptors Heat one. Or was that the last one? Heat. Alright, Heat for Connor. Anyway, we got a good old-fashioned split vote. Next game, we got the Bulls hosting the Hornets, and the Bulls are 4.5-point home favorites.
All right. In this one, we've got, for the Hornets, Mark Williams, LaMelo Ball, Frank Ntilikina, and Cody Martin all out. For the Bulls, Torrey Craig is questionable.
Oh, my guy, Torrey.
Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball out.
Zach LaVine and Lonzo. Jeez, man. I don't know.
I'm going to take the Bulls.
I'm just going to take the points. Hornets for Trevin. Chases Bulls. Hornets for Zach. And
Terry
James.
Rozier Masterclass.
Mm-hmm. Arrow went with the Hornets. And Connor went with the Bulls. Chat going with the Bulls.
Has anyone been checking Arrow's picks, by the way?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just seems kind of suspicious with how horrible he was last year that he's 52 and 39 when keeping track of that. I'm just kidding, Arrow.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, somebody needs to keep track of his picks separately.
He's like, he's not dumb enough to make himself be first, but
Yeah, he's smart enough to put himself in second. Yeah, so in case you guys don't know, Arrow has a spreadsheet that he plugs all these picks into. Shout out to him for helping with that, for real. That's where this joke comes from, you know. He definitely having a breakout sophomore season.
yeah. Love you, Arrow Mancer. No, we don't need to check. I'm just kidding.
We need to audit him. Houston hosting OKC. OKC 1.5 point road favorites.
All right. OKC has no one out. Surprising for the Thunder. For the Rockets, they are without Amen Thompson, who played in the G League today and had a monster game. Victor Oladipo and Jock Landale.
OKC for me.
Doesn't OKC have like the best record for picks?
I think so.
Only 1.5.
Yeah, Oklahoma City on picks against the spread days is 6-0 compared to the spread.
Dang.
They have been the right pick every time.
Houston
Houston is 3-1 though. Houston is 3-1 though,
Yeah.
which is pretty good. So
I mean,
you know,
they can't always win against the spread, so
exactly. They're bound to lose at some point. We got OKC for Jackson, Trevin, and Connor.
Steven need to be better, bro. I agree.
Just wait until you see what his double down is.
Well, you know, he doesn't watch the show, so he doesn't get last minute info or anything, man.
He sent me his picks at 3 p.m.
Yeah, nice.
Eric says he's using more data to inform his decisions. Who are you going with, Eric?
OKC.
Okay. And then Zach and Chase. Chase is Thunder. Zach is... the home team is the bottom team on the graphic. Zach. So Chase is Thunder and Zach is... Chat is Thunder 96% of the vote. Is that the highest percentage
like
of the
one
season?
person.
Shout out to you if you voted for the Rockets. Zach is going Houston. Yes, Houston is the home team.
Well, we know what Chat's double down is. Jesus.
Okay, Zach is Houston with Steven. Alrighty. Next game is... Oh, I don't have a webcam on the scene. Oh, well. Dallas is hosting Utah. Dallas is 11.5 point home favorites.
All right. Utah is without Jordan Clarkson, Kelly Olynyk, and Lauri Markkanen still. They're tanking early this year. The Mavericks are without Grant Williams, Josh Green, and Maxi Kleba.
All right, so once again, chat, Dallas has to win by 12 or more to be the correct pick. I'm going to copy my webcam from here and paste it over here.
Dang, man.
Yeah, so if Dallas wins by 11, chat, Utah is the right pick. I don't know how many people join and don't know how spreads work, so that's why I reiterate how it all works, especially because you guys love yourself some favorites. Chat, I swear, there's no difference between a 5-point and a 12-point spread for chat.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? Like, there's just no difference.
Oh. Man, the Jazz beat us, but they had no business winning that game. We played like absolute garbage.
I know.
11.5 is a lot for the Mavericks. Ugh.
Utah, I think, has been worse on the road. We blew them out at home, so I'm going to go Dallas with that same logic.
All right, I'm going to go Mavs too.
All right, Eric going Mavs.
Fontecchio Masterclass.
Connor went... Let me know what Connor went. Chase went Dallas. Arrow went...
Yeah, well,
Jazz.
he said Simone Fontecchio Masterclass.
Oh, that's what Connor said?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going Jazz. All right. And Mavericks for chat. Javon said this is why he despises certain individuals of the hive mind. Well, it's worked out so far, but I think if there's going to be a downfall for chat, it's going to be them loving the favorites too much. Because it's starting to backfire for them. They're much better picking underdogs. But then you have to pick the right underdogs. You have to be picky.
Just because the favorites have done poorly recently doesn't mean that won't switch back.
Mm-hmm. I do like that there's more difference of opinion today, though, especially compared to Monday.
Well, 2 games stuff.
I know, that was funny. 4-32. We got Golden State. I think that was the worst we could have actually done collectively. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Golden State hosting your Portland Trailblazers, and Golden State's a 13-point home favorite.
Jeez, man. So let me just double check real quick. The Blazers, for the record, have listed players as questionable coming off injuries, and I think every time they've ended up playing, right? When listed as questionable, so it's likely that Anfernee plays, but he's still listed as questionable. DeAndre Ayton, however, for some reason, after sitting around for several days doing nothing, is doubtful with a knee injury.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
Yeah.
Practice, I guess?
No, this was like, I think they listed it like a couple days ago. Jeremy Grant, Ish Wainwright, Robert Williams all out for sure. I don't expect DeAndre to play with being doubtful.
Oh, this makes this... So Ant comes back and has Jabari Walker and Duop Arithas is starting 4 and 5 men?
Maybe.
No, you slide Kamara up to the 4 and Jabari up to the 5.
Right.
That's actually kind of fun. I mean...
Yeah. For the Warriors, real quick, probable for Wiggins, probable for Chris Paul, Gary Payton II. GP 2 weeks is out for more than 2 weeks, probably.
Trevin and Chase are Warriors. This is a... If Ant doesn't come back, we're screwed. You know what? I don't know.
13 is so many. Oh.
But if Ant doesn't come back, I expect them to lose by 20.
Yeah. No Skylar Mays masterclass.
Well, they wouldn't even have to play Skylar Mays, right? Because you still have Scoot, Malcolm, and Shaden.
Yeah.
I guess if you move Kamara up a position, then that opens up some more minutes at smaller positions. But
I'm gonna take the points. Screw it.
okay, we got. Zach says he has $200 riding on the Blazers. On the
Expand.
spread or on the
Expand, please. Did you bet someone?
Yeah. What is on the money line? Because if you bet $200 on this money line and the Blazers win, you'd win $1,040. We got. Let's see, Jackson, Connor, Arrow. Let me see what Arrow went with. Arrow went with your Portland Trail Blazers. Chat is definitely going Blazers, and they're not going to outdo that 96% double down on the Thunder. All right. Connor went Blazers. Jackson went Blazers. You know what? I'm going Warriors.
All right.
Alrighty. Me, Trevin, and Chase are some Blazer haters. Final game. You got the defending champion Denver Nuggets heading into LA to face the Clippers, and the Clippers are a minuscule 1-point favorite.
All right. In this game, we have Vlatko Konkar is out. Jamal Murray questionable. May play. Aaron Gordon probable. So Nuggets might have their full lineup back. For the Clippers, they're without Mason Plumlee and Brandon Boston Jr.
All right. Arrow went Nuggets. Trevin Nuggets.
I'm going to go Nuggets too.
Eric's Nuggets. Okay, let me meditate on this for 30 seconds. See what comes to me. I got a crystal ball in my head. Yeah, Nuggets are going to run away with this in the third quarter. Okay. Nuggets for Connor and Chase.
Nuggets.
Jackson went Clippers. This could be a Jackson Island.
No.
Zach went. Connor says he'll send me $200 if we have a better record than the Warriors at the end of the year. Oh, word? Oh yeah, that's a thing.
So he doesn't lose $200 if the Blazers lose.
He just gains. He just gains because Connor is him. Okay, we got Nuggets for chat. So Jackson Island, and it's time for double downs. Those are the double downs so far. Arrow said he'll double down on the Heat. Of course, he can change his mind.
Chat and myself are Thunder. Just going to keep riding that horse.
I'm also Thunder.
Steven doubled down on the Rockets.
Yep. That's what I said. Just wait till you see his double down.
He's really trying to lose, or he's like doing some sort of reverse.
I don't know what his
I'm
strategy is.
Pick the wrong team.
He said, I told him for like picks against the spread today. He's like, yay, another opportunity to go 3-8. I was like, why don't you just go 8-3 instead? He's like, yeah, great idea. So I don't know. This is the result of it. I guess he's doubling down on the Rockets. I mean, hey, he's going to look like a genius if the Rockets pull this off. I mean, they're playing at home. They haven't been bad this year. Jackson is Clippers.
Good job, Jackson. Proud of you.
This is the thing where, like, if Steven's right, he's going to gain 2 games on chat. 2 games on the lead.
I mean, if like Aeromancer and Chat have a bad day, they're closer to 500. If Steven has a good day, he's also around 500. So
Yeah, you can really make up ground quick on a day like today.
I'm just asking.
Chase is going Thunder as well. We got a bunch of light blue or red on the graphic.
And Grizzlies for Connor.
And Connor stays with the theme, a different shade of light blue.
Blue and red.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. If only chat went with a red team, that would be beautiful. If only chat went with, like, Portland. But just kidding, that's going to confuse Arrow. Look how beautiful that looks. Alright, yeah, chat is OKC instead. Alright. That wraps up picks against the spread. One final look at the standings. Good luck to everyone, but mostly me. Anyway, so with the injuries in the front court, this game's going to be interesting. Do you agree? Do you go Kamara at the 4 if Ant's back?
Yeah.
Kamara at the 4, Walker at the 5. You start Brogdon, Ant, and Sharp.
Yeah, I don't really necessarily care who starts at center, but definitely moving Kamara up to the 4. Yeah, for sure. Start Sharp, Brogdon, and Anfernee.
Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, they got Looney at the 5, but Walker can rebound. Like, there's going to be problems no matter what. So
Yeah.
I want to keep Kamara in the starting lineup. I mean, maybe you could go Reith at the 5 instead of Jabari Walker. But I think maybe you could go Reith. I don't think it really makes much of a difference, but that is kind of what I'm looking at. I would like to start Kamara at the 4 and just be a little switchable and fast, and you're going to have to try and keep up with the Warriors offensively. You're probably going to have to switch a lot of screens, so having Kamara at the 4 makes a lot of sense. You're kind of switchable 1 through 4 against like a guy like Clay, a guy like Steph. Even if Kamara gets switched out onto him, I don't think he'll get absolutely cooked compared to how often Steph usually cooks people. So I think that's the lineup you roll with. Do up Jabari at the center spot with Ayton doubtful, and then Tamani at the 4. I don't know who you play the backup for though.
Yeah, the only problem is if Draymond and Looney are in, who guards Draymond in that situation? Because that would mean Tamani can't guard any of their perimeter players.
But Tamani can switch out. I mean, what is Draymond going to do against even Ant if Ant plays? What's Draymond going to do against Brogdon? He's not a scorer.
He can post up a little bit, but
if they want to run Draymond post-ups against Malcolm Brogdon, I will live with that, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that.
So you think maybe they should, if Ant's back, move Brogdon back to the bench?
Yeah, that's my vote. I want to keep Kamara in the starting lineup. He's starting to gain confidence and comfortability on the offensive end. I don't want to roll back his role when he's starting to gain more confidence with his shot as well as like attacking the rim. He has the last 2 games he's had a big dunk off a drive in both of them. So I want to maintain his role because he's growing within it.
Yeah, I'm disappointed about Ayton not playing because I really thought this was going to be. I don't think we've had like a real true test of the defense yet. I feel like we've played a lot of teams that our particular defense kind of does well against. I mean, maybe you could say the Pacer game was the best test so far with their high-powered offense. But, yeah, I really wanted to see with their Golden State shooting how our three-point defense held up against that, despite what people will tell you about that being luck-based. So, yeah, I was kind of interested to see that. I mean, hopefully the guys can step up and still play good defense with playing out of position or, with different players in the lineup. But, yeah, if Ant comes back and the defense is crappy, I don't think it's Ant's fault. Like a lot of people are going to blame him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to watch Ant. You got to watch Ant specifically to judge his defense. You can't just look at the result and say, "Oh, he played and then they scored a lot of points against us." It's obviously Ant, because you don't have to watch the game in order to make that judgment. You can just look at a box score and see how many points they scored and see that Ant played, right? So I don't like that. But yeah, we're gonna have the post game later tonight. I was trying to upload a video today, but I had to get approval from a sponsor, and I haven't gotten it yet. And it's basically talking about things I'm looking for from Ant. So if not today, I guess I'll upload it tomorrow. If he plays, it's going to be a little late, like little after the fact in a way. But yeah, I got to figure out what to do with that.
I think he's going to play.
I think he's going to play too. It sounds like he's going to play. So that video will be after the fact, but it will talk about like things. I mean, it basically talks about things I want to see him improve, and it talks about his opening night game, so it'll still make some sort of sense. It's just definitely going to be late. I don't know. I have to figure out what I want to do. It just sucks waiting for approval for a sponsor. And other than that, yeah, post-game show tonight. Looking forward to that. And then on Friday, we'll have another post-game show, and that's our only stream Thursday through Sunday, basically. So Blazers in a light stretch here, trying to get healthier. What's funny is somehow they got more injured, even though they got Ant back. They're out without Jeremy Grant because of his concussion, and then DeAndre Ayton as well is doubtful. So, I mean, if Ayton plays, then kind of makes the lineup decisions easier, and I think it gives the Blazers a real edge. But if he doesn't play, and Ant might not even play, then you're looking at a very depleted lineup tonight. So still going to be a minute before we get this team at full strength, at least as healthy as they'll be the rest of the season, because obviously Robert Williams III is out for the year. And at that point, I'm interested to see just how good they are with a lot of home games the rest of the month.
Yeah, it should be fun. Hope everyone enjoys the game, and I hope to see everyone back tonight.
Yep. Sounds good. Anyway, that's a wrap for this edition of Blazers Uprise Live. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll catch you later tonight on the post-game show. Until then, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.